Finally, Chris Bossio is being exposed. This is such good news, not just for me, but for the barbers around the globe. Speaking out. This is what it's all about. It doesn't matter if you have 0 followers or 10 million. If you're a barber, you deserve the same respect as the next barber. And your voice deserves to be heard and respected. Because a long time ago, the big names would be treated like kings and the average barber was ignored. Now this is not the case. The big-name barbers will be insulted when a no-name barber calls them out. It's as if a slave speaks up to someone from the royal family, they are appalled. But barbers, what you're doing is right. Call them out on their bullshit. Because it's clear they don't give a single fuck about you or the next barber. This makes me so angry. Let's get into this and more. Only on Barber News.
Oh, crying. I'm really just a dickhead. Don't act like you don't know me. This camp deserve a trophy. Baby, they know me straight. Do the most crying in history. Power potent, go show up. This camera clippers blow up. It's Bossio crying. Bossio crying. Bossio crying. Bossio crying. Bossio crying. Bossio crying. Bossio crying.
So Tank done a video recently on the new burritos. I don't want to speak much on this product or it will spoil the comments. Just watch for a moment, and let's break this down.
YouTube, y'all know what it is, man. This your boy Tank be chopping, back with another video, and on this video we actually gonna be talking about the new Babyliss Pro and Tomb 45 clipper and trimmer collab. So without further ado, let's get into this video.
So he goes on to talk about how he feels about the clippers, and Tank always gives his honest opinion on stuff, so I can respect him. But we all know who Tank is. I'm talking about the everyday barbers with opinions. So he speaks about what he thinks, and that's fine. Everyone is entitled to their opinion, but some people take comments a little too personal. Let's take a closer look. So firstly, he tries to say Dennis created the FX, which is absolutely not true, but I won't get into that now. If this is something you would like me to do an in-depth video on, let me know in the comments. But barbers, we are dealing with, in my opinion, a compulsive liar. And some of you will say, but Toad, that's not nice to say. And usually I would agree. But let me just point out in the comment Chris says, and I quote, "You will never see me under another brand's product review working overtime to try to convince people not to buy it." Okay, but then explain why you said this last week.
How much are those? How much are those cheap clippers, the plays or whatever? They're like 129 or something like that, 120, right?
So you see what he is trying to do? I will always be 2 steps ahead of this man. He is trying to say cheap and manipulate some viewers into a certain narrative. So then he can make his speech and try justify why his clippers have to be more expensive. You can't play this character on video, I will expose it every time. Sometimes it bothers me how intelligent I am. But the beauty about all of this is, everyday barbers can now see it and expose it. And yes, TPOB will continue to provide the best quality for the best prices. And I'm sorry that really seems to upset you, Chris. Check this reply out from one barber. This made me laugh. When a company has to keep reminding you in every video that the demand is too much, then it's actually the opposite. If the market wants your product, focus on making it available, instead of fake hype. Amazing! You see, this is what I'm talking about. Maybe 10 years ago, barbers or anyone would be convinced by fake hype. But now people can smell it. And I feel this is a huge turning point in the barbering industry. Would you agree? Let me know your thoughts on this. Seriously? Leave a comment and tell me, is this fake hype to try convince you that you need it? Your opinions matter. It's crazy how speaking the truth now can be twisted, but I am fully prepared. Now before I move on, another video about this set was up, and of course the comment stalker Chris was trying to justify cost. Take a look at this. $425 for this combo set. And then Chris tries to write out some math as if that matters. There is no reason why this could be that price. The internals are not anything new. The only thing I can think is that they were going to charge for the wireless mats separate, but then decided to add them in the box last minute. I mean, they even have their own separate little box, as if it was meant to be separate. Something smells fishy with this one. I just don't think the clipper and trimmer were good enough to sell anything belonging to it separately, so they panicked last minute and added it all together. I could be wrong, but that's my take on it. Join me now, as I have a barber on the line who wants to speak on this matter. And over on TPOB Worldwide if you want to be on Barber News. Please send me a message, and come on and tell your story. I have a few barbers who will be on next week telling me real-life stories from the barbershop and some crazy stories, so make sure you hit the subscribe so you don't miss this. Before we move on, let me play this short clip. find this set and more on tpobusa.com, and you can also find more products on the pissedoffbarber.com, and if you want an insane discount code, please watch till the end. But my discount is so good, we do have a limit on it, so I advise you to be fast. Let's get back to barber news. So caller 1, you have a story you wanted to tell us about?
Hey, thanks for having me on. So yeah, I'd love to share my story with you.
Okay, sure.
So it all started out. I was working for this really old barber, like ancient. This dude was only a few years away from retiring, barely had any eyesight left in one of his eyes, and let's just say he wasn't exactly the most aware boss in the world. Now here's where I messed up. One, lied about my experience. I didn't even have my barber license, but back then, I didn't care. I was broke, I was greedy, and I saw an opportunity. At first, it was just little things. The old man would step out for a smoke or head to the bathroom and let dip into the cash register. Just a few coins, enough for a coffee, nothing major. But that's the thing about greed, right? It doesn't stop.
Well, I think most barbers would have taken some coffee money from the cash register once in their career. Have any of you listening now ever done this? I doubt anyone will comment on this, but if you're noble enough, do let me know in the comments. Okay, continue.
One day, I found his safe, and that's when things got serious. At first, I told myself just a little bit more, but before I knew it, I had stolen thousands. And let me tell you, when the old man figured it out, he lost it. But here's the real problem. His family? These were not the kind of people you wanted to mess with. So what did I do? I doubled down on my lie. I made it seem like the old man was just losing his mind, blaming me for something I didn't do. And for a few weeks, it actually worked. They believed me. But then, they figured it out.
So wait, let me get this right. You get a job with this old man. You have no license. You start to rob the old man because you're desperate and broke. And now you got caught stealing and tried to just say the old man is losing his mind? Bro, you're fucking crazy.
Yeah, I know it's crazy, but I was young and stupid. So, let me tell you the rest of the story. This is the good bit. One night, I got grabbed. Just boom bag over my head, thrown into the trunk of a car. I had no idea where we were going, but when the trunk popped open, I knew I was in trouble. We were in the mountains, middle of nowhere, and standing there was him, the old man, and in his hand, a pistol. I thought that was it. Game over. He pulled the trigger. Click, nothing. The barrel was jammed, and just like that, they gave me a choice: disappear forever, or they'd make sure next time the gun did fire. I didn't need to be told twice. I packed my stuff and got out. So yeah. Morale of the story: don't steal from the cash register at work, because trust me, you will get caught. And if you're really unlucky, you might not get a second chance.
That's crazy, bro. Okay, well, remind me to always do background checks the next time I want to hire a barber. Jesus, something tells me that guy has a lot of stories. I would not be surprised if we see him on the news, and it won't be for something good. Barbers! If you enjoyed that story and you want more stories about barbers, drop a comment and tell me what do you want to see more of in the future. Please use code TOADLIQUOR for an insane discount. Remember, the discount is limited, so be fast. That's it from me tonight, barbers. Please drop a comment, hit the subscribe, and hit that bell so you know when I'm back. I'm out. Peace.
Bossio crying, Bossio crying, Bossio crying, Bossio crying, Bossio crying, Bossio crying. I'm really just a dickhead, I'm really just a dickhead. Don't act like you don't know me. This camp deserve a trophy. Baby, they know me straight. Do the most crying in history. Power pot ain't go show up. This camera clip let's blow up. It's Bossio crying, 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 Bossio crying. I'm really just a dickhead, I'm really just just a dickhead. Don't act like you don't know me. This scam deserve a trophy. Baby, they know me straight. You're the most crying in history. Power potent, go show up. The scammer creepers blow up. It's Bossio crying. It's Bossio crying.